Hello YouTube audience. Today I want to do a quick update on the bonsais I recently created. So this is Adam, my first bonsai. So I make this bonsai out of a nursery material about a month ago, and maybe cut off 90% of the foliage, and I guess maybe from my memory it's like 70% of the roots, but he's absolutely thriving now. So I think it's fall now. I'm just going to fertilize the bonsai a little bit, and just make sure he has enough nutrients to continue to grow throughout the winter and prepare for a good spring, a good growing season in the spring. It's probably not the optimal time to fertilize now, but it should be earlier in the fall. Maybe September would be the best time, but October is a little bit late. But I'm not going to fertilize him heavily, so it should be, I hope it's fine. So I'm just going to maybe dig a little hole and then put very small amount of fertilizer in it. Let's see. This soil is really good holding water. I haven't watered it for at least maybe 4 days and it's still wet. Just going to put a small amount in there. Just to prepare it for growing season. going to put very tiny amount. In each spot. Just going to create a tiny hole on the surface of the soil, and then put the fertilizer into it. Just couple pellets of fertilizer. I think this is enough. And then I'm going to give it a thorough watering. This soil is holding water really well, so I think I may not need to water it much. So after this watering, I may not need a thorough watering for, I don't know, maybe a week or something. But I would need to water it thoroughly, and then until the water come out from the bottom of the pot. You can see the tips, the place where it was cut has had new leaves coming out, and the new leader is also budding new tips. Since I have severely pruned this tree that close to winter, I probably just let the tree stay indoor for the rest of the winter. Although I would not turn on the heater a lot, probably let the room get relatively cold, so that it still stayed relatively dormant during the winter. But fall is actually a very good growing season, especially for the root and the rest of the vascular system of the tree. So I want to just give it a very tiny amount of fertilizer to help it grow its root and the rest of the vascular system. So the soil I used is not very good. It's probably the first bonsai soil I bought. The label says all-purpose, but the reason I said it's not very good is that the water is not draining very well. You can see the water is just slowly draining. If you just missed it, you would see some accumulation of water there, which is not good. So in the spring, I probably let the plant recover for a good winter, and then in the spring I probably change the soil into some better well-draining bonsai soil. But it's definitely surviving, so I'm pretty happy with this bonsai. Haven't got water come out of the bottom yet. We may need to wait for a little bit. But the pot is quite heavy, so we should have plenty of water in it. So normally we need to wait until there's water coming out from the bottom. Then we know that the plant is thoroughly watered. But the soil is draining very slowly, so we may have a lot of water come out from the bottom when it actually came out. The pot is getting very heavy, so I think we have plenty of water in there. This is the back of the bonsai. Okay, water is coming out from the bottom. That means it's thoroughly watered. The reason why I wait for a month before I fertilize the plant is when the plant is newly repotted, a lot of the roots are pruned and there are a lot of wounds in the root system. So if you immediately fertilize it, it's like putting salt on a wound, which would burn the roots. Now, since it has been a month, the roots should have healed and the plant is starting to grow again. So I think it's a good time to fertilize it. Although it would be most ideal to fertilize it in September, not October. But I think it's fine because I'm also leaving the plant indoor this winter, so it should not affect its survival in the winter. So this is this. So update for Adam, he's doing well. Okay, see you next time.